Merry Christmas,
Merry
Annalie and
Christmas.
Henry. So for Christmas, your Uncle Jesse and Uncle Noah are going to read you an original story written by this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you enjoy.
Yes, hope you both enjoy. Once, long ago, there lived a prince and a princess in a small kingdom that was ruled by a good and righteous king and queen. The little prince and princess were the son and daughter of King Geoffrey and Queen Kristen, and they were their parents' pride and joy. The prince was named Henry, and the princess was named Annalie, and together they got up to all sorts of trouble in the castle. One day, when Princess Annalie and Prince Henry were playing in the courtyard, a large magical portal opened up. Out of the portal came a wizard, carrying a large staff in one hand and a heavy book in the other, along with a huge white beard going down to his feet. The prince and princess were a bit frightened by the wizard, and asked, "What are you doing here, mister?" The wizard laughed softly and said, "I am old Greybeard, and I have come to get the help of you and your little brother here to save the kingdom from the angry dragon. He comes from the realm of Eternia, and he simply cannot stand being woken up from his long nap. He is very angry, but I believe that you and Prince Henry can calm him down, so that he doesn't throw a tantrum and ends up wrecking the castle." The wizard paused, and gave the large book to Princess Annalie. He said, "This is a spell book. It will help you get past Eternia's obstacles." Princess Annalie was confused, and said, "Why aren't you coming with us?" Greybeard said, "Oh, I would, but the journey has tired me. But do not worry. I will be watching over you and your brother. Now go on, little one. You will be fine." And so with that, Princess Annalie took the spellbook and little Prince Henry and went through the magic gate into the land of Eternia. Eternia was a very strange place, with flowers the size of elephants and elephants the size of dogs. Huge rivers ran through the valleys, with large fish jumping out of the water and then back down. Princess Annalie was amazed, and walked with the spellbook and Prince Henry until she came to a broken bridge. The bridge was the only way across the large, roaring river that blocked her path, and she didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, the voice of Greybeard came, saying, "Remember, Princess, the spellbook." Princess Annalie remembered that she still had the spellbook, and began looking through its pages. All of a sudden, she found a spell called Constructo. She waved her hand over the ruined bridge and yelled, "Constructo!" All of a sudden, the bridge began to rebuild itself, scooping up pieces of stone along the river. All of the stones settled into place and became the rest of the bridge. Princess Annalie then walked along the bridge and continued on her way. After walking for some time, Princess Annalie and Prince Henry came upon a strange sight. A huge giant sat by his side of the road, looking very sad. Princess Annalie walked up to him and said, "What's wrong?" The giant replied,
I am very sad. I have no friends and am so very lonely.
Princess Annalie felt sorry for the giant, but then remembered something that her mother, Queen Kristen, had taught her. You must always be kind to everyone, and be their friend when they are feeling sad. Princess Annalie then said to the giant, "Me and Henry can be your friends." Henry then walked up and hugged the giant's big toe, which made the giant smile. "I'm glad
that you are my friends. But why are you here in the first place?"
Princess Annalie explained who she and Prince Henry were, and the mission that they were sent on by old Greybeard. The giant then said,
"In repayment for your kind words, I will help you get to the angry dragon."
The giant then scooped up Princess Annalie and Prince Henry and set them on his shoulder, and they returned to their quest. The road seemed to go on forever, but eventually Princess Annalie, Prince Henry, and the friendly giant managed to make it to the angry dragon's lair. The angry dragon lived in a dark, dank cave, with only large bats and night fairies to keep him company. "No wonder he's so angry," said Princess Annalie. "He doesn't seem to have any friends." She heard her words echo off the cave walls. All of a sudden, a huge roar came up from the back of the cave. A large, shadowy figure approached. Eventually, the huge creature came into full view, and turned out to be none other than the angry dragon.
"Get out of here, you!"
he shouted.
"You are disturbing my nap!"
He flapped his large wings and bared his teeth. Princess Annalie and Prince Henry were scared, but then the voice of Greybeard came to them. "Do not be afraid, my brave prince and princess. The dragon is just angry because he is lonely and tired. In fact, he is just as scared as you are right now. Remember, sometimes mean people just need to be loved in order to let go of their anger." With these wise words, the voice of Greybeard vanished. But now Princess Annalie and Prince Henry knew what to do. Princess Annalie called out to the dragon and said, "It's okay. You don't have to be mad at us. We understand that you're lonely. We want to be your friends and hope you stop being so angry." The dragon stopped roaring and looked very surprised.
"But I need to be like this. Dragons need to be scary. So I need to get mad all the time, even if it means I can't have friends."
The dragon looked sad. Then Princess Annalie and Prince Henry's giant friend spoke.
I know that it seems you have to be that way, but you don't. You can be different than what people expect you to be.
The giant smiled. Princess Annalie said, "Just because you're a dragon doesn't mean you can't be a nice person." The dragon paused and looked at Princess Annalie.
"Will you be my friend?"
Prince Henry then shouted out, "Yes!" Princess Annalie was surprised, as these were the first words that Henry had ever spoken. The dragon was so happy to have friends that he said he would never be angry for no reason again. The large magical gate appeared again, with old Greybeard coming out of it. He said, "I am so proud of you children. Now the dragon can be happy, and you have made the world a brighter place." He then led them back through the magical gate, right back to the castle courtyard. Old Greybeard gave them both hugs and said goodbye, but he told Annalie to keep the spellbook. "You never know when it might come in handy," he said with a wink. And then he went through the magical gate and disappeared. At the end of the day, when Princess Annalie and Prince Henry were getting tucked into bed, their father and mother asked them what they did that day. Princess Annalie replied, "We made friends with a giant and a dragon and a wizard, and we went to a..." Princess Annalie ran out of breath, and her mother and father laughed and said they would hear all about it in the morning. As they turned off the light and Annalie fell asleep, she could almost swear that she heard the sound of a dragon's wings and a giant's laughter.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, guys!